Hello everyone, this is Minty Foxu and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do something special. Before I mention what that special thing is, sorry, I do not have makeup on my face. As you can see, I probably look kind of like tired and stuff. I didn't really sleep well and I didn't really do my hair. I just got up and said, hey, I need to make a video. That's what we're doing. Anyway, what I am doing today is I'm going to show you my ancestry reports. So basically, do you guys know of the site 23andMe? There's another thing similar called like ancestry.com. What you do is you spit in a tube and then you send that spit off. Apparently they check your DNA from that. You don't gotta pee in a cup, you don't gotta send blood or anything. You send your DNA off to this lab and then weeks later they give you reports of like, hey, you're part this, or like this is what your DNA says about your ancestry. I already know that I'm British because, well, both my parents are from England. My mother grew up in Poole and my dad grew up in London. Their family's always been in England. Other than that, on my mother's side, I think I'm Welsh and British, and then on my dad's side, I'm Irish and English. And that's all I pretty much know. I've always just been told that I'm British and Irish. That's it. So yeah, we're gonna find out what else I am. It also has other reports like my maternal haplogroup, your DNA family. It has like carrier status of stuff, genetic health reports, traits, wellness, and even has stuff like about my health and other stuff, but we're just gonna do the ancestry stuff today. It already says I am 64.9% British Irish, and we're gonna click into that ancestry compilation. So all these countries lit up over here, that is what I am a part of. It looks like a lot of Europe. It says I am 98.7% European. I am very, very white. If you click European, then it says I am 95.9 Northwestern European. So I'm 64.9% British and Irish. I am 8.3% French and German. I am 5.1% Scandinavian. And I am 17.7% broadly Northwestern European, which means they don't know what I am. Northwestern Europeans can represent by people from as far west as Ireland, as far north as Norway, as far east as Finland, and as far south as France. These countries rim the North and Baltic Seas and have been connected throughout much of the history. So basically, I'm also a bunch of other parts of Northern Europe that they're not exactly sure of, other than these countries like Scandinavia, French, German, British, Irish. And then I am 1.2% Southern European, but they don't know what kind of Southern European I am. It just says broadly Southern European. So I could be Iberian, Italian, or Balkan, something, Mediterranean Sea. But that's only 1.2%. I'm just 1.5% broadly European, meaning I don't know where, but you're something in Europe. Much of Europe was buried under miles of ice 10,000 years ago. As the glaciers receded over millennial, Neolithic farmers from the Near East joined Paleolithic hunter-gatherers to settle Europe. Thank you for that history lesson. And it looks like I am 1.1% South Asian. Broadly South Asian. They don't know where. It could be India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh. Well, considering I'm British, there's probably a very high percentage that I'm part Indian from this, just because Britain kind of went in and was a bitch to India for a very long time. Then it says I am 0.1% Middle Eastern or North African. They don't know which one. But basically they don't know. They're just like, I think there's a trace of it somewhere. And then I'm 0.3 unassigned, meaning I have no idea. If I look at all the other populations, I'm not at all Finnish. I'm not at all Sardinian, or I'm not Italian. Oh, well, actually we don't know if I'm these other things. It just says I'm broadly any of these. So it's just, specifically, they don't know if I'm these things. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Eastern European. I'm just broadly European. Broadly South Asian. I'm not East Asia at all. I'm not Native American at all. I'm not any Sub-Saharan African. Oh, so I'm not Middle Eastern. I'm just 0.1 North African. That's interesting. I'm not Oceanic at all, and I'm just 0.3 unassigned. So yeah, I'm looking at these numbers here. You most likely had a parent or grandparent who was 100% British and Irish. This person was likely born between 1930 and 1960. Yeah, my grandmother on my dad's side was Irish, and then everyone else in my family is just British, and I guess we had French and German. I don't know at what point. You most likely had a great-grandparent, second great-grandparent, or third great-grandparent who was 100% French or German. This person was likely born between 1840 and 900s. Yeah, I don't know. For Scandinavian, you most likely had a second great-grandparent, third great-grandparent, fourth great-grandparent, or fifth great-grandparent who was 100% Scandinavian. This person was likely born between 1780 and 1870. Cool. And then for South Asian, I should look up history for this. When did Britain invade India? Because there might be a really bad reason for why I'm part Indian, like, if you know what I mean. You most likely had a third great-grandparent, fourth great-grandparent, fifth great-grandparent, sixth great-grandparent, or seventh great or greater grandparent who was 100% from South Asia. This person was likely born between 1720 and 1840. So, when did Britain invade? Oh god, poor India. Looked like it had a lot of shit going on. So the history of British Raj refers to the period of British rule on the Indian subcontinent between 1858 and 1947. So if I have a great grandparent, like, you know what I mean, great whatever grandparent that was likely born between 1720 and 1840, and it says that they took over rule in 1858 and 1947. Yeah, that seems kind of likely. If they were born in 1840, that would have been just a little bit before this whole thing. And then who knows how long they lived. So, I mean, yeah, that's probably what happened. I mean, I could be wrong, could not be from India, but I know there's a strong history ties between India and Britain. So, anyway, and then North Africa, you most likely had a fourth great-grandparent, fifth great-grandparent, sixth great-grandparent, or seventh great-grandparent, or grandparent who was 100% North African. This person was likely born between 1720 and 1810. Huh. That's really interesting. That's actually not as far long ago as I thought. Oh yeah, my mother also took this test, wondering where your 8.3 French or German ancestry came from. By comparing your parents' DNA to your own, we've determined how your ancestry composition was inherited. So I at least know my mom. My dad did not take this test, so they're just going to take what my mom is, and then they're just going to throw everything that she is and onto my dad's side from the looks of it. So my mother is 50% European. Oh my god, she's like 100% white. She's not anything else. I have this chromosome painting, so it shows me exactly like what chromosomes on my DNA carry what. So like the yellow here is like the South Asian. If you want to point out the one part of North African, is that tiny little sliver like right on 6. My British is just everywhere. French and German a little bit. Scandinavian a little bit. Even they say like if I come out as French and German, it could mean that I'm Austrian, French, German, Belgian, Dutch, and Swiss. Like, they cover these things under it. For Scandinavian, I could be Danish, Norwegian, or Swedish. So, yeah, my DNA isn't as interesting as some other people, because I'm actually not that mixed. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not, like, the most entertaining video, but if you like statistics, if you like learning about, you know, genetics, that sort of thing, which I actually wanted to be a geneticist when I grew up. Anyway, thank you for watching. It was awesome that I got to show you my ancestry. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day. Minty Foxu, Foxu.